see if I can turn this down for a little bit. Oops. She's all purring. Anyways, hello, welcome. I'm gonna play some Monster Prom. The new DLC came out and I really wanted to play it. And I'm probably not gonna be streaming for that long today, but I will be coming back on probably a little bit later on tonight to do some drawn stuff. But for now, we're just gonna play Monster Prom for probably, I don't know, an hour or so. Yeah. Let's see, voice interjections. Make no voices, nothing. Sweet. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot there's. Hold on. I want to go ask my brother if he wants to play Monster Prom with me. No, he doesn't want to play. Anyways, oh, which one? I did say I wanted to play the DLC. What's it about? It's basically kind of a dating sim, but with monsters. I want to play this one because I want to get certain like stuff for it too, because I haven't gotten through all of the characters, but I really want to play the second one because this is a DLC. Should we just go through one? Let's just go through the first one, first term, just to kind of like get what's going on. Should we do a short game or a full game? Because it's gonna take a while. And then we'll do a full game on the second term. And then the thing is, since this is kind of, you know, your first time seeing Monster Prom and all that kind of stuff, I think you should probably make some choices. You know what? I could have probably put it on 2-player, and then you guys could have done the second player. Ah, spooky high school, the sweetest year of our lives. Back then we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, and sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. And I like this guy. Donut.
I can do this.
The person who voices this guy is Cryotic. Let's see. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates, Miranda Vanderbilt, a sweet mermaid princess who was cute as she was genocidal. Damien LeVay, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Scott Howell, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Oh my god. Hold on a sec. Anyways, Liam de Lioncourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dork.
Yay!
Pollygeist, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things.
What?
And Vera Oberlin, a mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. No worry, we're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever, TM, will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character stats. This way, each of you will start having stats that will better reflect your true selves. What would be the coolest prize you would find in your cereal box? The phone number of that sexy tiger on the front of the box. He's so passionate about breakfast and health that he's surely also a great lover. A tiny piece of sharp metal, so every scoop will be full of thrill and danger. A sample of a more nutritious breakfast option, so people are encouraged to stop eating that colorful crap. A tiny piece of sharp metal. So bold. You build a 100-foot statue commemorating an event so that in 1,000 years, archaeologists can learn something about the people of our time. What does the statue represent? That mind-blowing twist in your favorite TV show that clearly changed the life of everyone forever, unlike that boring stuff that they show on the news. That just sounds really funny. That glorious instant when your friend stopped you from texting and embarrassing stuff to your ex while hella drunk. Your least favorite political figure being devoured by rabid rhinoceri, which are also covered in badass tattoos. I'm gonna say this one. What it would be What would be your dream first date? What would be your dream first date? Wild party in international waters. A lovely walk in the forest after rescuing your date from a dragon. An art exhibit experimental enough. Oh wait, an art exhibition experimental enough to give you a seizure. A sweaty family wrestling match. Crimes. A professional meeting where you charm your date with some astonishing business advice. A lovely walk in the forest after rescuing your date from a dragon. Okay, which one should we go for?
All right.
Let me see. Money and smarts are a bit low, but fun's a bit low too. Which one's fun again? I think it was this one. That day during recess, you start your half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point, there are like 300 people. Who am I going for? I have no idea who I'm going for. Who should I go for? I know out of all of them, Vera is the, like, almost like the hardest one, because me and my friend, we tried to get Vera a few times and it just didn't work. Like, we kept choosing the wrong option. Let's see, someone summons demons from the nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. Demon Boy? With Demon Boy, I think you need to up your boldness, which it seems to be up there already. After that, you decide to look for a spot outside the school where to get some good sunbathing. But you fail to focus on your sunbathing since you see Scott and Miranda deep in conversation.
Can you hear me? I'm gonna go.
Okay.
After I get ready.
Okay. Okay. You wanna play?
No.
Let's see. It's a sports game thing, Miranda. I think I'm a good boy. But there's something that just gets me growling when I see that opposing team. Oh, Scott, believe me, I understand better than you may think. It's exactly how I feel about those horrendous air people.
What?
Air people? Oh yeah, Aaron Hansen voices Scott here, and I can't remember who voices Miranda. But anyways, the new boy. I haven't played the DLC yet. This is the first term. The second term is the DLC. We're gonna play this real quick, and then we're gonna go on to the second term and play the DLC. Yes, Scott, obviously the air people, I know I've told you about them before. They're the sworn enemy of the mer people, and they must be destroyed if they refuse to accept our superiority. Oh wow, all of them? That sounds really hard. It will be. They're a horrible, ruthless nation of feathery socialists who refuse to bend to the knee no matter how many times my father invades. They don't like guacamole, Scott. They eat the crust of their peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Disgusting!
And they wear socks with sandals. And fanny packs. Oh man, that's pretty scary, enemy Miranda. What are the mer people going to do about it? That's a great question, Scott. We've tried reasoning with them through bombs, chemical warfare, and torture, but they're entirely unreceptive. I'm sorry about the lag.
What? Huh?
I'm not talking to you.
Sure.
Now. Then. What?
Continue.
Well, you seem like you want to talk to me.
No.
Why are you just standing there looking at me then?
'Cause I'm tying this up.
That doesn't mean you get to stand there and just look at me.
No.
You look like you want to talk to me. Jesus Christ.
Yes, Jesus Christ. Oh Lord, I didn't see me.
Not on my Christian server. Let's see. It's really weird that they wouldn't sway the air. That wouldn't sway the air people, but maybe you can step in and help. Scott and Miranda probably have different takes on what is the best strategy, what this best strategy would be. So think hard about what you pitch. Read your truths. Use your great cheerleading skills and put an end to this feud. Wipe them out. Make the air kingdom the Merc Kingdom by flooding the entire sky. Let's see. Cheerleading skills sound really funny. And just trying to get a lot of water into the sky is really funny too. Excuse me. Such a noisy day. Let's see, I'm actually gonna close this and see if there's anything else I can close. Okay, I don't know if that helped, but let's see. Wipe them out. Why, yes, of course. It's a brilliant idea. It's almost as if you know the old adage from my kingdom. If you can't bring your enemy underwater to drown them in the Mer Kingdom,
To Miranda Vanderbilt.
bring the Mer Kingdom to their kingdom and drown them there. Oh, that's a good adage, Miranda. Also, what's an adage? No time to explain, Scott. Let's start Operation Flood the entire sky. Here, take a bucket of water. Glory to the Mer people.
Hooray!
They both start throwing water into the sky, which naturally falls to the ground again, forming a small puddle. In my mind this worked differently. No, Miranda, look, the water is covering like 1/3 of an inch of the sky. That's the ground, Scott. No, that's... now that's underwater. Before it was like above water. So technically it's part of the sky, just very low part of the sky. Oh. Oh, I see. It is true. Let's fill the buckets. Sooner or later we will fill the whole sky. You're right. Yeah, I'm a half full guy. Or should I say sky half full guy? Wink. Good wink out loud. That's really charming. No time for compliments. Mary, let's flood the skies. You spend several hours throwing water into the sky with little to no effect. It still seems Miranda thinks you're a warfare genius. Huzzah, you gain 2 creativity and +1 boldness.
All right.
Let's see. I already got a lot of boldness, so I'm just gonna go ahead and... You find Vera sitting in front of a pile of money instead of food, as usual. Damien comes over and drops his own money pile on the table, and also some organs.
Oh, not bad.
But I prefer to exert a little less effort for my income. A dejected swamp creature slumps over to the table and adds some money to Vera's pile. Income? You mean this stuff? This is just what people throw at me to get me to stop punching them. And this is what people throw at me to keep from revealing what kind of porn they're into. Hello! I'm really sorry for the lag. I honestly don't know what to do about it right now. At the moment. And I apologize. But I agree that the money is only secondary. The frowns on their faces are the real reward. Still, I'm always looking to improve efficiency. Have you tried developing business contacts in hell? Your victims will be even more terrified if they know death won't save them. Yeah, but that doesn't work on the undead. For those, you need a priest. A priest? You know how my family feels about priests. Ugh, I'm sick of terrorizing people one at a time. There's gotta be a way to terrorize everybody in the cafeteria at once. And make money at the same time. I'm sure that there is. That is, after all, the essence of capitalism. This is definitely Damien, because Damien always has to be with fire. Set the building on fire and charge an exit fee.
Right.
I'm surprised you didn't think of that, Damien. Damien? Where did he go? Hey, I'm back. I was just setting the building on fire really quick. Did I miss anything? What about the rest of the plan? There was a plan? Not anymore. Damien, immune to fire as he is, continues doing exactly what he is doing before the fire. Beating people up for their money and organs. Alright.
All right.
That day you listened to your elders and learned valuable lessons. Sometimes after the monsters nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain +2 smarts. I really love those like little guys. You see Damien and Miranda with their heads up in their hands. They look glum. And you ask them what's up. We're boned. What? I do not know what this boned means, but I'm not optimistic about our chances on the upcoming exam. That's not fair. I shouldn't have to fail the test just because I spent all week in a brutal mosh pit instead of going to class. And I did study. I had my servants read the entire textbook twice.
Disgraceful.
But for some reason, my servants aren't allowed to take the test for me. Well, there's only one thing left to do. Chop up the teacher and melt his body in acid. No, there's gotta be another way. Doesn't there? Let's see. Easy, just lobby the government until they remove class from the entire school system. You don't need to murder your teacher over something like this. Just burn down the entire school. Since we're going for Damien, I think burning down the school is the best option we have.
Fucking metal.
So yeah, finally, a good excuse to do what I was probably gonna do eventually anyways. What? I'm not sure this is exactly a good excuse. But it's too late. Damien is already running through the halls with 2 gallons of gasoline, soaking everything. Later, as Damien is led out of the school with handcuffs for the 3rd time this week, he gives you a smile and a wink. Suckers, they can't make me take the test if I'm in jail. I win again! Damien's happy, and only a small portion of the school burned down. Looks like everybody wins. You gain +2 fun and +1 boldness.
All right.
Let's see. Charm. That day, an epic dodgeball takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. The game was so close, the other team demands a rematch. This one goes way worse. Your team is down to just you and Damien. The other team has the balls except for the one you're holding. Let's see. Oh, we're boned. Time to just cover nuts and let them get over with it. I mean, I'm only in this game so I can accidentally hit people in the face. I'm not like skilled. And it's not like you to have some sort of super secret ultimate dodgeball trick hidden up your ass, right? Actually you do. You take a deep breath and bust out your ultimate technique. 5-point ball exploding heart technique. Gun. Oh my god. What are my stats? I don't even know what my stats are. Let's see. Smarts, boldness, creativity, charm, fun, and money. I think it might be. This one might be creativity, and this one might be boldness, but they're both the same. But I'm not completely sure. I'm just gonna go with gun, cause gun seems like boldness, and boldness is pretty much up there. Ah yes, the most powerful dodgeball technique of all. Gun. You draw your weapon and fire wildly at the opposing team. They all try to take a cover behind their dodgeballs, but dodgeballs are made of rubber, and therefore, terrible cover. Luckily for some of them, luckily for them, they're all undead, or at least mythical beasts immune to conventional weaponry, so no one dies. Your senseless violence does distract them, long enough for Damien to eliminate their whole team though. They say never to bring a knife to a gunfight, but they never said not to bring a gun to a bullfight. That's technically true. You have to stay late to clean up the carnage, but you still gain +2 fun and +1 boldness.
All right.
You find Scott and Damien shoveling their hot dogs and mashed potatoes into their mouths while Coach cheers them on.
Always believe in yourself.
Go boys, go! Munch your way through to victory. Ah, there's no truer sport than an eating contest. Since thanks. He's saying thanks, but he's got food in his mouth. I kind of want to get some food and do this, but shut up and let me eat. It looks like it's a pretty fair fight so far, but where's the fun in that? Time to step up and tip the balance. Distract Scott with surprise fireworks. Slather Damien's dogs in holy ketchup. Distract Scott with surprise fireworks. What the hell? You were planning on setting off these fireworks in here anyway. So you let them rip. Hey, stop that! Who did that? Who's making those? Who's making noise? I'm yelling because I'm scared. They found us, Scott! The Viacom. Oh lordy, it's it's them all over again. Scott and Coach flee the cafeteria. Damien lets out a sigh full of equal parts for relief and mashed potatoes. Thanks. I was just eating like I normally do when those two idiots came over and turned it into a sport. It's not my fault I ate so fast. I've got a literal furnace in my stomach. Damien lets you have some of his half-chewed hot dogs. Nice. Some would say that's almost like making out with him.
All right.
That day you spend some time on the library PC playing some good old online poker. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision, but who cares? This time it paid off, so fuck it. You gain +2 money. Liam and Damien stand over a pile of books. Liam has a pile of books Liam has gathered. They're scowling intently as if the books have personally wronged them.
So mainstream.
Our school teaches us the most common and mainstream basic material imaginable. I think there's one thing we can do, really. Petition the school to include the works of value. Burn the books. Damien, you're absolutely right. Fight against the anti-intellectualism must be telegraphed in a strong action, not just empty words. Damien snaps his fingers and the books burst into flames. You have to admit, between a petition and fire is pretty much... Oh wait, and fire is pretty much the cooler option. Unfortunately, it's at this exact moment that crazy Martin chooses to appear. Oh no, 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 not again. He always thinks these things are my fault, just because they are. I can't get detention. I'm seeing a nondescript yogurt resort concert this weekend, and the band only plays once in a blue moon. When the lunar eclipse lines up with, there's no time to let them finish. Quick, step in and be the hero they need. Tell them that there was a 3-horned paper goblin on the loose that was planning to devour the entire collection. Burn down the entire library. No point of origin, no proof of the culprit. Without thinking, you grab as many books as you can and throw them into the fire as well. You had a chair and table too. Turns out pretty much everything in the library is flammable. Liam and Damien get into the spirit and are soon adding computers, magazines, and students to the bonfire. Crazy Martin runs in to grab a fire extinguisher, at which point you, Liam, and Damien are able to sneak out of the library, leaving behind no possible trace of evidence, considering everything you touched is charred. Hot damn, that was the best arson I've ever seen, and believe me, I know my arson. Perhaps when they restock the library, they'll choose books with more diverse array of historical perspectives. Or even better, they won't, and we can do this shit all over again. If high school doesn't work out for you, at least you've got a bright future as a career arsonist. You gain +2 boldness and +1 fun.
All right.
That day, your teacher delivers an amazing and creative performance that blows your minds. It ends up being a sensation on YouTube. Your teacher gains +10 coolness, but who cares? He's not trying to romance your classmates. Or is he? We hope not. Oh, also, you gain +2 smarts. Hooray! Ah, the sounds of learning. Chalk on blackboard, pencils on paper, an ominous crash. It would seem that Damien and Vera have knocked over several desks in a rush to get to one particular seat. Listen, snakes for brains. Don't you dare even think about. Back off, brimstone breath. I will turn you to stone before you can snap your oddly willed manicured fingers. What makes you think you're worthy of sitting in the ultimate cool seat? I could get more likes posting a picture of me flipping you off than you'd get on a full frontal nude. Ha, clearly you've never seen my nudes. Ever heard of Demon Douche brostexting.com? Well then, if my sex are internet famous, I'm obviously the fucking coolest. You think being ridiculed on the internet makes you cooler than being on King? Ah, shoot. I actually pressed the button. You go on forever, but I'll settle it for them. Just fucking take the seat for yourself. For yourself. Before either of them can stop you. Call down an unholy storm of rhinoceri to obliterate the seat. Oh my goodness. I don't know which one. I'm gonna see if this will help. I feel like this would be boldness. A real good boldness. But this one, I have no idea. Creativity? I'm gonna try this one. Thank God. Damien and Vera look at look at you in awe. It seems a new champion of coolness has been selected. Donut, it can't be, and yet the seat never lies. You feel a change come over you. Your skin is glowing, your blog is trending, and you're suddenly wearing 3 additional pairs of sunglasses. I bow to your lit monster Snapchat skills and on fleek outfit. Do you want to lend your impeccable fashion sense to my... No. Please join me for a night of punching and dominoes. Your social calendar has suddenly filled up. You hope that they don't mind if you stay seated for all the festivities. You gain +2 charm, +1 fun.
All right.
I have a 7 money, and let's see. I don't think I need it because my boldness is pretty up there. Wait, what's the... Week 3. Oh, we're already on week 3. Maybe I should get some extra boldness, just in case. I want to see what these 2 conversation is though. Let's just get some extra boldness.
Show me that money.
Let's see. Where is that? There it is.
Later, Gator.
A fake badass tattoo.
All right.
Oh. Let's see. Boldness is up by a lot. And which one is... Let's go with creativity. That day while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative blowjob. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. Afterwards, Damien comes up and punches you affectionately in the shoulder. Hey asshole, go to hell. Like literally, my house is in hell. I'm inviting you over. Don't read too much into it. One problem. In order to get there, you kinda gotta damn your immortal soul. So how about it? What crimes against God and man will you commit so we can hang out? I think I'm already damned. Looking into your eyes. Feels so good. It must be a sin. I'll run over a bunch of guns with a lawnmower. The thing is, this one seems a little either creative or charm, and this one just seems like boldness. And my boldness is already kind of up there, so I don't want to mess this up. So, yep. Ah, yeah, the old nuns and her lawnmower prank, classic. Let me know if you need to borrow my lawnmower. It's got a monster truck wheels and a grenade launcher. These days you can never be too careful when you're mowing down nuns. You know, they're starting to carry nunchucks. Jesus Christ. What is the world coming to? With the help of Damien's nun mower, you're able to give a whole convent of nuns, even if they're all black belts in nunjutsu. Jesus Christ. You gain +2 fun and +1 money from the collection plate. Monster prom. Who will you ask to the prom? Damien. Yes.
All right.
Finally, you pick up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. Prom? I guess we can get so wasted that we end up burning stuff down, right? That sounds like a rad date to me.
Rad.
Let's burn stuff down until dawn.
Let's set the world on fire, baby.
Prom was great. You crashed your limo into a wall of the school, and it was the best entrance ever. Everybody had a great time dancing under the lovely light of a car on fire. No secret endings. Oh well. It was like best at secret handshakes. Damien's quote is actual fire an acceptable option for a quote. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of your lives. After Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened and it was wonderful. For those 3 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. Battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there are plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. that term. And since the thing's lagging too, I guess we won't be having the 2 player. Just 1 player. Second term, and I think we're just gonna go through the full game on the second term. And after I'm done with the second term, then I'm probably gonna stop the stream and do stuff for a little bit, and then I'll get back on, and we will draw today. Spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then we were young and unafraid, sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always, always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. And of course,
All right.
yeah. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 6 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of our 8 most charismatic classmates. Scott Howell, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Miranda Vanderbilt, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Polly Geist, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Damien LeVay, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Liam de Lioncourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was a truly lovable dork. Zoe, an eldritch cutie who went from endless deity of the dark realms to ultimate fangirl. Oh my god, she's adorable. Calculuster Hewlett Packard. Did it say level 10? I think it said level 10. A library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience. And I didn't read the last part. I accidentally pressed the button. I love them both. I already love the new characters. And Vera Oberlin, a mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? Yes, who? We only had 6 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 6 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Oh my god, I have no idea who I am gonna go for. Monster Prom Stupidest Quiz. Monster Prom Stupidest Quiz will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. A distant relative you didn't know has passed. You have to attend their funeral, but you're super hooked. 7th season of The Office. What excuse do you make to avoid the social obligation? Try to convince your family you were a flamingo all this time. And flamingos are not supposed to attend funerals. Just don't go from now on. Every time a family member asks you why you didn't and just say, you know, wink and then wink at them. The trick to a good line is being subtle and telling half-truth. Tell your family you can't attend because you're super hooked binge watching the 5th season of The Office. Jesus Christ. You know. Jesus. You were flamingo all along. And flamingos don't attend funerals. The 5th season. How could you, how would you talk to a cop out of arresting you? Using your seduction skills, wink. They don't call it fuck the police for nothing. Use your gaming skills. Everyone knows that a police officer has to drop any charges if you manage to beat them at a fair Yu-Gi-Oh card duel. Use your acting skills. Convince the officer that you're actually the police. You know what? Go for overkill and make them pay you a fine. You find a genie in a bottle. You ask for whatever you want. What do you ask? What do you ask for? For Shinji and Kaworu to be canon. I don't even know what that is. I think I've heard a couple of their names though. I don't think I watched the anime. I do remember the names because I think it was just very frequent. I kept hearing about it. I just don't know what it's talking about. A rainbow that you can eat. Not to be so cliche. A genie and wishes. It's like a genie and wishes so mainstream. To feel truly alive. Before asking for anything, you should try to negotiate up to 3 standard wishes. Infinite confetti. That actually sounds nice. The rainbow one and infinite confetti, but I would have to say to truly feel alive. Oh my god. Let's see, if you were an ice cream, which flavor would you be? Double cream Dilla and tequila and Coke. Meat. Rainbows and gummy bears. Success. Spicy chocolate. No, chocolate on fire. I don't know. Rainbows and gummy bears sound nice. I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna choose that one. Of course.
All right.
It looks like I'm going for calculaster. So let's see. I definitely need to up my. I'm probably just gonna go for charm right now. Wait, fun. Class outdoors, yeah. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalated so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from the nightmare dimension, and the consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself. But who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. You spot Liam showing Calculaster some images on his phone. 2 of your classmates interacting without your interference? Unacceptable. You saunter over.
Greetings, my friends.
I call this one mournful macaroni on polyurethane cafeteria tray. If I had to describe it, I would say that it is haunting. It is a haunting challenge. Haunting, challenging, and very artistic. Adjectives not acknowledge appreciating art. Well, if you appreciate that one, you'll really appreciate this next one. I call it pickled beets, and it is obviously even more artistic than the last piece I showed you. Query: how much more artistic is image 2 JPEG relative to image 1 JPEG? Well, a lot more. Oh, invalid quantity. Please provide a numerical value. Well, that's a ridiculous question. Everyone knows that art can't be objectively measured. Counterclaim: all things can be objectively measured. Temperature, altitude, smarts, boldness, charm. Oh my god. It seems Calculaster is going to list everything he can think of and or look up. And it's a pretty long goddamn list. Looks like you need to resolve this, but whose side are you on? I'm gonna go with Calculaster because I just want to see the ending for that. And this is gonna be long too, because I clicked on the full game. So we are going in. Let's see. There are certainly some things that can't be measured, Calculaster, like the admiration I feel for Liam. Wow, Liam. It looks like you haven't read the obscure yet definite classic. All art can be objectively measured, and this book will show you exactly how. By Kandinsky's extremely literal twin brother. What? Of course I've read that book. I was the first one who read it. I read it 100 times. 100. Which is an objective number. It's like, just like art is objective. Hey, gotta go real quick. Not to the library to go read that book or anything. Just to space. I have to go to space for a concert on an asteroid that you're not hip enough to know about.
See ya.
I think they bought it.
Critical levels of awesomeness detected.
Wow, you truly know a lot about measuring things. Allow me to show you my admiration by measuring you. Knowledge of measuring things. 9.6. Hair. Attractiveness. Error. Stack overload. Objective is too hot. Proceeding to processor overheating. That's really funny. You rush Calculaster into the cafeteria's meat locker to cool him down, which gives you an opportunity to spend some quality time together. You gain +2 charm and +1 fun.
All right.
Let's see. Smarts. We're good on smarts. Boldness. Need to up that. Let's see. Fun. Charm. Boldness. Oh my god. You know what? If I'm not feeling tired from like my voice and all that kind of stuff after this, then I will probably go for Zoe. Let's see, if you're spending her lunch period scheming as usual, Calculaster looks on in a mechanical approximation of dismay. Look at that shirt. I was like, now if I can just get the poison next to into the next shipment of the cafeteria food, the starving students will be forced to pay me inflated prices for my authentic food. Here, no, do not, do not do this. Why? Have you determined that it's unprofitable? No.
Pathetic.
Are you looking for a cut? Negative. Are you a RoboCop and you have to tell me that you're a RoboCop? I'm not a law officer, but what you are planning to do is wrong. Agree to disagree. Error. Cannot comply with internally contradictory instructions. Meltdown imminent. Uh-oh. This could get ugly. You need to chill calculator out or convince Vera to change your ways. Don't worry, Cal. Vera is just being helpful. Sure, the poison may kill some people, but those who survive will be more resistant to the poison in the future. Or whatever. Calculator is right, Vera. I mean, did you even check to see if your poison is vegan friendly? Oh my god, you're right. My go-to poison is uses basilisk blood as a base. It's good for routine political assassinations and killing people, but killing people who disagree with me. But for a mass operation like this, the basilisk rights activists will be up in arms, and some of them have a lot of arms because they're occupied. Ah, well. Back to the drawing board. Looks like I'll have to find a plant-based poison to work with. Analyst. Brand is attempting an unethical plan, but on a longer time scale with animal-friendly ingredients.
Initializing love.exe.
I accept this marginal improvement. Donut, you are technically a good person. Aw, he likes you. Probably.
All right.
Let's see. Boldness. My smarts is like really up there. That day you skip class and hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give 0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness. You feel the ratio of cheesiness in the area, in the surroundings growing, and that can only mean
It's very, very extraordinary.
who's the best, this most perfect perfect little snooky wookie pie in the world, my schmootsy ootsy pootsy. Is there anything in the world that makes one more articulate and well-spoken than the throes of true love? Running internal search found 969 results, starting with a graduate degree in classic literature. Violet, Tate, your relationship is so perfect. You're always together. Well, they are literally stuck together. That's the kind of unyielding codependence that I demand from a future multi-hyphenate lover servant serf.
Error.
Error found. Unreasonable expectations. How did you know when you found the one?
We're made of love.
Oh well, you know. When you well, you know. When you know, you know. You know?
Error.
Error. Tautological explanation input inefficient to extrapolate useful data. And having realized that they have no actual useful input, a couple exists to do more coupled things. But oh, you know how to tell who's the one, or at least convince one of them that you're the one. Easy, Miranda. The one is willing to fight past monsters, face countless dangers, and break into your home and kiss you while you're sleeping. Totally normal, not problematic at all. You're in luck, Calculaster. I've spent years studying and devising this complex formulatic theorem to calculate exactly who the one is. Explain to me more about this formula. It certainly sounds very legitimate. You explain your calculations are carbon-based because, holy shit, if you tried to use numbers on Calculator, game over. Instead, your very objective math is calculated using taquitos, fruit bats, and a trombone. How perfect. I always have my servants carry all of those things for such an occasion. Once you put the shoelaces and honey in place, you flash a little ankle to activate calculations. The results of this objective process seems to say that Donut is the one for Calculaster. Running initial checks. Legitimacy?
Initializing love.exe.
Diagnostics concluded. Donut is the one for Calculaster. Oh, do me next, do me. If only you could. You could, Miranda. If only you could. But you can only have one prom date. And your eyes are set on that cutie beauty's lack of eyes. You came plus 2 charm and plus 1 boldness.
All right.
Boldness, creativity, charm. Can't get boldness. Fun? I kind of want to see creativity. Let's do some. That day while rehearsing for, I don't think I really need to do that much fun. That day while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative blowjob. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain plus 2 creativity. You spot Calculaster tending to one of his little plants, and you're about to ask if you can help when Delilah swoops in.
Farewell.
Look at his costume. Hello, friend Delilah. Dahlia, that's what it is. Yes, it is I, Dahlia, here to grace you with my presence. What are you doing, killing machine? I am watering my newest plant friend, Stevia Wonder. That scrawny seedling? Why, I bet it wouldn't stand a chance against me in an arm wrestling match. Probably not. I assure you, however, that Stevia is exceedingly strong and healthy, and I have conducted exhaustive and innocent research and have taken every recommended precaution. Ha! Healthy, maybe, but strong. There's only one way to become truly strong in this life. Tell me, what does your plant have? Tell me, does your plant have a rival? Technically, all plants are rivals of other plants in the life or death struggle for sunlight, nutrients, and nonsense. I'm talking about one-on-one, blood feud type of rival, like me and that spicy red baby Damien. As Stivana lacks blood, I suspect that it also lacks blood feuds. Well, there's your problem. A rival pushes you to be your best self, so you life horrible for the other one you hate. Your plant will never achieve its true potential unless you find it a suitable rival. I see. I do not want Stivana to achieve. I do not want to achieve its full potential. Oh wait. Well, I do want Stivana to achieve. You need this interaction to end so you can go back to flirting with Calculaster. Help him pick a rival for his plant and get this over with. What you need is another plant, almost identical, but with edgier looks, a cowboy hat, and a bad attitude. Dahlia? There's no better rival than you. I mean, the only reason Damien's so cool and popular among fans is because you're his rival. A rival as good as you are, as you are, shouldn't have the trouble taking another enemy. What am I thinking? I'd have no idea what to choose. What you need is another plant. No better rival than you. Let's try this one. Let's hope I don't lose any of my stats.
So broken.
Oh, thank God. Wow, you really think so? I mean, of course, I am a great rival. I am the greatest rival. Damien should be honored to be hated by the likes of me. And I suppose it would be selfish of me to restrict my enmity to just one entity. Alright then, Stevia Wonder, I formally declare us rivals for life. Allow me to humiliate you by growing faster than you could ever hope to grow. My analyst shows that Stivana Warner is now growing at 0.08% more rapidly than average.
I am happy.
This rivalry appears to be a success. Congratulations, everyone. Yes, congratulations, everyone, except your stupid plant, which I hate now because we are enemies. You really are the best at bringing people together. You gain +2 creativity and +1 charm.
All right.
Let's see. When you arrive, Scott and Calculaster's table, Scott isn't there. He comes back when you sit down, clearly delighted. Oh man, everybody's butts smell great today. It's like a boutique of butts. A boutique. And look at this. Donut's here too. Hey Donut, I bet you have a, have a butt for me to sniff. Scott, I advise you to terminate your current course of action. What? Translating previous utterances into Scott readable format. One moment, please. Scott, smell butts equals bad. Well, how can smelling butts be bad when smelling butts is good? It is not good. It is bad. See also uncouth, invasive, and totally nasty. But either Scott is malfunctioning or he's been distracted by some fun new butts. Either way, you need to find a way to resolve this dispute. You don't understand calculus, sir. You use complex analytical software to understand your surroundings. Scott's complex analytical software is smelling butts. Calculus is right, Scott. You've got to be polite and respect people's privacy. Why not present them with an official form requesting butt smelling?
Touchdown!
Oh, I already have one of those. Scott hands you a piece of paper of construction paper. On it, it has written, "Can I smell your butt? YN." This is not a legally sound document. Allow me to assist. Calculuster prints out 500 copies of a very official-looking, bureaucratic form and hands them to Scott. He's clearly put some thought into this. Form A55, anal olfactory rendezvous request. Wow, that's even got a sealed form of urological tush tasting. You see now, friend Scott? Bureaucracy can be fun. Yes, I'm going to pass these out to everybody. With Scott gone, Calculuster prints out a single copy of a different form and hands it to you. It's a form ILU 69. Romantic escalation. Oh wait, as calculation contest requests. Nice. I got two cats.
All right.
I got two cats playing here. Oh, you're so cute. Let's see. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. You gain +2 smarts. Now you've got a problem though. You've got to do a group math presentation with Calculuster, Scott, Miranda, and Dahlia. I'm incensed it is not math a subject, and yet we behave as if we are its subjects, bending to its will. Calculuster, you are a computer. We cannot pay you some paltry sum to merely calculate us a presentation. First of all, that is racist. Second of all, I too anticipated that this group project would pose me no difficulty. That is, until I learned of our topic. You mean why 3 is the coolest number in the alphabet? In hindsight, it was probably an error to allow you to select our topic. 3 is not a number. Sure it is. It's a number between 3 and 5. You are thinking of the number 4.
Ah!
Oh. Yep, my bad. But it is far too late to change the topic of our presentation. What shall we do?
Not over.
Never surrender, Scotty boy. We make 3 into a real number with our fists. That is not how numbers function. Oh yeah? Says who? Math. Well then, looks like we just have to conquer math with our fists. Conquest! Yes, that's more like it. I want to help. I love helping. I too will support this doomed crusade, as it that is what I have deduced to true friend would do. Okay, great, everybody's on board. That just leaves one little nagging question. How are you actually supposed to conquer math? With their fists. With biological warfare. I don't have a lot of boldness. I do have a lot of smarts. I don't know if this will be it, but this one is definitely boldness, and I'm kind of low on that. So let's go with biological warfare. Yes. The biggest challenge in your war against math is that math is an abstract concept, and thus difficult to fight a war against. Luckily for you, biology is also an abstract concept. Problem solved. Using a moldy sandwich, an ancient copy of Origin of Species, and some hardcore pornography, you summon the avatar of biology to aid you.
My knight in shiny armor.
Yes, go forth, biology. Defend my honor. And look there. The physical manifestation of math has stepped out of the chalkboard in a cloud of polynomials and pencil shavings.
Aww.
Still, we could have done this with a fist. Oh no, math has delivered a quick right hook to biology's face. My poor champion. Don't worry guys, it's nothing, some good old fashioned cheerleading can fix it. 2, 4, 6, 8. No, Scott, you're making math stronger. It's got biology in a headlock. Sorry, I mean BIOLG. Why? Punch the sucker in the eye. Yes, punching! It's working! Biology has the upper hand. Keep cheering, Scott. Keep cheering! Tree! Aggressive! Tree! Aggressive! It is done. Biology has conquered math. I would calculate the probability of this occurrence, but it no longer seems possible to calculate anything. Oh no. Luckily, Spooky High has a backup math generator for such emergencies, so you're still able to gain +2 boldness and +1 charm.
All right.
That day you spend some time on the library's PC managing your start kicker. You deceive lots of people with sensationalist video and impossible promises. Nice. You gain 100,000 money, but almost everything goes to covering costs, and you keep only +2 money. And so after careful internet research, this plant truly does look good enough to marry. That's right, It is I, the interdimensional prince, popping once more into this dimension to take for my betrothed of legal age high schooler. And this time I'm here for... You start thinking of a polite way to explain that you're only interested in one of your 6 most charismatic classmates. Or perhaps some bonus newbies, even people not on anyone else's radar after you've bought an item at the shop or something. That plant! Right there! My plant? This plant? Plant Chidiella? Jolie? Yes, the very same. She, he, it, they. However, it is inanimate. Vegetable chooses to identify. It is clearly my soulmate, and marriage to Pantalina is the one thing that will either save my lonely soul. That will ever save my lonely soul. Calculaster seems a little unsure. Gosh, why is the prince like this? Always crashing high schools to marry people, and I guess plant life now. You need to stop him. Wait, do you need to stop him? Shouldn't you just let him marry the plant and stop pursuing your love interests? No, wait, maybe Calculaster would be sad if his plant friend got married. Would he? Ugh, I don't know. It'll probably just all just be based on your stats anyway. You can't marry that plant. It is already married to the sea. Yeah, no, wait, yeah. Just let him marry the fucking plant. Plant. Oh, Jesus Christ. The funny thing is, this is pretty logical. Just let him marry the plant. Because of everything. And this one seems creative, so maybe this one is it? Yep. Wait. That's it? You're not going to stop me with an outlandish statement or wacky antics? No references to memes? No bees? Just go ahead and marry the plant. Well, this is completely unexpected. I never had anyone not tried to stop one of my marriage proposals before. In fact, I'm realizing right now I really only enjoyed the thrill of the chase in this instance. I have no desire for a future with this plan. Trying to find something harder to marry. I'm going to marry the sun. Farewell. Fare thee well, student robot and rejected plant ex-fiance. Do we have evidence to suggest that everyone from his dimension is like this, or is the prince simply unique? You don't know, and honestly you don't care. Getting rid of that prince has given you more time to chat with Calculaster peacefully. You find out a lot about Pantalina Jolie's hobbies and interests, and you gain +2 smarts and +1 fun in the process.
All right.
I'm gonna talk to them. I don't know. Just go with just strictly just one character. You approach Scott and Calculaster sitting at the table conveniently located near a power outlet. Calculaster is charging. Scott is confused.
What?
What do you mean you don't eat, bro? If you don't eat, how are you ever gonna get swole? Premise invalid. I am a robot. Robots do not need to get swole. Swelling in robots is always an extremely bad sign. No eating? No getting swole? How do you live, bro? Technically, I do not live. It is one of my greatest sources of sadness. Don't be sad, buddy. I know what will cheer you up. Some pizza. Pizza always cheers me up. A valid suggestion. Pizza is food, which I do not eat. I am not designed to consume organic material, only electricity. But... You're actually pretty worried that Scott's head is going to explode, and then you're going to have to clean it up. Better to find a way to satisfy his curiosity. Scott, electricity is the coolest and most energetic energetic thing to eat. Have you ever tried to eat lightning? Calculus, sir, when I say I am not designed to consume organic material, all I hear is that you're not trying hard enough. Lightning? That loud, bright thing that comes out of the sky? I hate lightning. Woof, woof. Negative, Scott. The loud thing is called thunder. Oh, what's lightning then? The bright thing that comes out of the sky, but without the noise.
Great.
Oh wow, noise-free lightning? Like a fat-free protein shake? That sounds so energetic. I'll go eat some right now. Please, do not. But it's too late. Scott is already running around outside with his mouth open, staring at the sky. Good thing it's not raining or anything. Now you get to enjoy some alone time with Calculaster.
All right.
What's one place that I actually haven't gone here yet? Because I went to the bathroom, went to the thing, went there. Yeah, I've been everywhere except here. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. You're checking some plates of pasta on your dating app form for people so lonely that they're starting to consider dating a plate of pasta. Luckily, Calculaster interrupts you before you keep spiraling down like that. There you are, Donut. I was about to engage into a complex plotline protocol, but I was worried I might fail at that, and then it came to my mind. Donut is proficient at shenanigans, so I thought that if you were okay with helping me, it would be cool. You tell Calculaster that you're in. You also tell him that there was no need to use air quotes for cool.
I am happy.
Whoa, I'm already learning stuff. Exciting. So there's so here's the thing. So far I've been enjoying being alive, but recently I've started to question myself. Am I doing life right? Am I good at living? I do not know. All this is new to me, and I might be doing it all wrong. So I wanted to consult some expert living organic forms so I can crack the correct formula of existence. Yikes. Oh, Don't make that face. I'm not consulting you, my friend. My data shows that you tend to answer questions based solely on how likely the answer will lead you to dating your classmates. It is valid to me, but useless for this endeavor. But my data also shows that you are excellent at whacking misadventures, so you might prove to be a worthy partner. I thought that the best course of action would be consulting the two organic living forms that were key to turning me into a sentient being. If they pushed me into life, they surely have to be plenty wise. Look, there they are now.
What's up?
Oh my god. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, Jesus Christ. What's up, Cal?
Fellow organic life forms?
Hey, friend Scott and friend Damien. I am trying to solve the dilemma of finding the meaning of existence. And since you brought me into existence, I thought you might know. Fuck yeah, we know. Do we? Yeah, Scott. Being alive is like being this orange. Damien pulls a lightly squished orange out of his pocket. Oh yeah, you need to be like the best orange ever. As long as you're not a lame banana. So you need to win the game of life, but while being an orange. And remember not to be a banana. Cal, also I think it is very important to be super high on vitamin C if you want to rock at being an orange. That way you can be the best orange ever. Yes, yes. You can also bring destruction to all other puny fruits. I am honestly having a hard time following your line of thoughts, my friends. That's because you don't have to follow us. You need to follow the orange. Or you are supposed to be the orange? Fuck. This is clearly going nowhere, and these two are not the best at metaphors. It's apparently up to you to lead them into building a valid life session. But how? So there's a sentient computer. Eric! Eric, come back! Eric, come back! I need to tell you about the sentient computer. He's not coming back. We're talking a lot about what this orange is supposed to do or be, but have we asked the orange how it feels? Eat the orange.
No, we're sentient robot.
Yeah, you can date the sentient computer, which I am going for. But the thing is, I just barely found out who made this computer sentient, because this is a computer from the library. It was those two.
Hmm?
Those two.
What? These two?
Yeah.
These two made it?
They made it sentient somehow. Can you?
Heather?
Yeah. Just make sure she doesn't get too riled up. She gonna bite you. Oh my god.
Hmm? Got my...
Oh, yours is the blue raspberry.
Your one gave me cotton candy.
No, those are the ones she gave us when she first bought them. But no one was eating the ones that she got for them, so she gave us more. Can you give me the fruit punch? Anyways, Um, let's see, we're talking. Eat the orange.
Huh?
This
What?
one? Yeah! I'm doing so good. Oh, that sounds like a very valid and thoughtful question. What do you think the orange feels about being the best orange? Let's ask it. Orange? Scott starts screaming at the orange and gets no response, obviously. Damien stops the nonsense by grabbing the orange again. I think the orange sometimes feels it's pressured to be the raddest orange ever. Maybe there's more than one way to be the best orange. I think just there was an accident and they somehow made this computer sentient. But this computer thinks that they're really wise. The fact that they made a computer sentient. How so? The orange can be sour, but also sweet. Maybe the orange sometimes feels pressure because its orange dads are the raddest oranges ever.
I thought mine took the sweet.
No. Why did you want to take the car?
No. I saw my gloves and my scarf.
Stop it. Let's see.
And I thought you just.
Also, and so the orange sometimes wants to be as rad as its orange dads, but sometimes it just wants to explore its own truths, to define what it means to be its own best orange. That's very insightful, friend Damien. So life can be about defining how to become the best orange possible, but it can mean different things for different oranges. Yes, I think so. Wow, this much thinking made me hungry. Can I eat the orange, Damien? No. I want to keep it for a while. Damien leaves, looking to the orange in a very introspective way.
Initializing love.
Wow, friend Donut, we've gathered very useful data. I have high hopes for this wacky misadventure. Should we engage into high-fiving? Fuck yeah, you high-five calculus, too. Scott also high-fives the both of you, even though he clearly has no idea what's happening. You all gain +2 smarts and +1 fun. I have like an itchy nose right now.
All right.
Huh? Oh no. You should get some new ones. It's called a store. They have multiple things such as shoelaces as well. You can possibly get shoelaces at any store. Well, not just any store. Well, yeah, probably the dollar store. It depends on what kind of shoelaces you want. Let's see. Custom made shoelaces, yes.
Artist.
Look at you. Fun. Stop it. Stop it. You're casually chatting with Juan, the small magician Latino cat. You start telling him that hilarious story of what happened last summer at Monster Camp. You know which one. The one involving the beehive, the blow-up doll of the president, and the penguin mask. And the mystery of the Goblin King. Slowly, lots of people start joining you in to hear the story. By the time you say you were the Goblin King, oh wait, By the time you say where the Goblin King was,
You're
100,
standing on the stage.
100 people or so burst into hysterical laughter. Mobile app that captures all the laughter and turns it into +2 fun. You see calculus standing apart from the rave, trembling and shaking as though malfunctioning. Hello, Donut. I am not malfunctioning at all. I am merely attempting to dance. But my attempts are not going well. I only know 2 dances, the robot and the robo boogie. My quest to organic life form knowledge. I wish to learn new dances, but it would seem my programming is not conducive to it. I feel that I have started to understand feelings, as evidenced by the fact that I begun the previous sentence with "I feel."
I'm enraged.
It's just so monotone. But it could be that dance is beyond feelings. Your mind calculus is that when emotion is too great for people to speak, they sing. It's like they sing, too great to sing, they dance. So he is correct. As the song says, are we robots or are we dancers? Do you know that song? Just look up, are we human or are we dancers? In order to be truly alive, I must learn to dance. Will you help me, Donut? Heck yeah, you will. How else will you dance with Calculus at prom? But you're no dancer. You spend all your rehearsal time worrying about dodgeball and all your dodgeball time worrying about playing poker in the library. Better recruit a friend to help Calculus learn the true meaning of life through dance. Bribe Rira to take us into the heart of Vogie. Convince Liam to return to his K-pop phase. I'll go with this one. Liam, as in fellow Spooky High classmate Liam DeLioncourt, one of our 6 most charismatic Spooky High classmates and sought after prom date Liam Lioncourt, K-pop. Shh! I have no idea what you're talking about. I would never involve myself with such mainstream a subculture as K-pop. But friend Liam, if K-pop is a subculture, how can it be mainstream? Well, people have heard of it, so that makes it mainstream enough for me to have forsaken it completely. If I ever was involved in hair straightening, eyeliner wearing, music making sensation, which I was not. From what I have learned of culture, it seems that many monsters have embarrassed phases that they've gone through and attempt to hide their past from the world. See? It's so perfectly normal. Which would make abandonment and concealment of past K-pop phase mainstream. That was really funny. But perhaps that this has all been an elaborate ruse, and deep down you never truly abandoned K-pop at all, and have been subverting the trope of shame. And that would be the most subversive and niche phase of all. You're right, the real K-pop was inside me all along.
Oh yes, inner voice, use do me well. You do me well.
In fact, my entire life has been very artistic, slow motion K-pop performance, and no one was ever smart enough to get it. It was a performance so underground that even I was unaware I was giving it. Thank you for enlightening me. Whew. Good thing you awakened Liam to the truth of his continued K-pop existence. He teaches you in calculus there's some sweet, sweet moods. Oh, Jesus. Hopefully you and calculus will be K-popping and K-locking all over the dance floor at prom. You get +2, +3 creativity.
All right.
Because I'm going for the robot. I had to up all my smarts. Look at that. Because it's a robot. Guess who voices a robot? Sean.
Oh.
There's also another character that's an eldritch monster, and her name is Zoe, and she is a fangirl, and I really want to date her too. Hey, what is she eating? She's trying to eat the lollipop. Okay. You know the old goat joke, a robot and a vampire sit down and at a cafeteria table and to not eat. Friend Liam, you seem quite focused, thus I apologize for interrupting. Hmm?
You should make the rest of it.
Ma said she was gonna make it.
Nice.
I don't know. When she said
She was gonna make.
she said she was gonna make it when she's not feeling tired, so probably Monday. But I did get her a heart-shaped cookie cutter because she really wanted to make Valentine's cookies. But I cannot help but noticing that you are frequently absorbed in your technology to the exclusion of all else. As a piece of technology myself, I must admit to being the synthetic equivalent of flattered. Ooh, can you pour me some? Is that a no? Is it a no? Oh, it's a no. But something does not compute. I spend my days and nights longing for organic connection. What was that?
He did it. She, kind of rubbed against it.
Trying and failing to artificially generate the sensation of being loved. But you, with the entire organic population of this high school at your fingertips, choose to instead use those fingertips to simulate your smartphone device. It intensifies my loneliness to watch. Oh no! Lean into that feeling. Loneliness is the third coolest emotion, right there behind tsundere and none. I do not wish to lean into that feeling, Liam. I wish for you to lean out of it. You don't know what you're asking, Cal. Do you know how many photos are shared on Instagram? Instagram alone? Every hour? 3,958,333.33 repeating. It was supposed to be a rhetorical question, but you only strengthens my point, which is this. What if, while I was away from my phone seeking organic connection, one of those Instagram posts were to be bad? Who would post a devastating, condescending emoji? Who would ironically share it along with a gif of Marcel de Chump? What's that?
Huh?
Who, I asked? Who? The internet is defenseless without me. I cannot miss a moment. Counterpoint. This is unhealthy and bad, and you should not do it anymore. Wow, things are getting pretty heated at this cafeteria table. You better resolve this dispute one way or the other before your ice cream melts. Leave Liam alone, Calculaster. Not everyone has super potent microprocessor for a brain, so that they can receive internet updates while interacting with people. Check your robo privilege. Calculaster is right. How about
That's what I started doing.
what?
I killed a banana. She was walking on the board over there. And I'm like...
Calculaster is right, Liam. How about instead of burying your pink nose in your phone, you get updates via Puppet Show. Calculaster and I will now perform for you.
So mainstream.
A puppet show? I would be grateful for the opportunity to engage in your organic life form custom of pretending inanimate objects as I once was, have thoughts and feelings and opinions as I now do. Of course, a robot doing a puppet show, it's so meta. Let's see. All that I do is metal. For metal is what I am made of. Incorrect auditory input. Apologies. I realized that you said meta. The puppet show will be meta. Friend Liam, we will make it all that all that you want and more. And so you do. Calculaster uses the internet in his mind to get all the information Liam would have gotten from his various platforms, which you and Calculaster then translate through puppetry in the style of kabuki, weighing cultic. Oh my god, I'm truly from Yeah, I know. Phew, Liam is finally off of his phone, and you and Calculaster had a wonderful and artistic bonding experience. My nose is really itchy.
Gigi?
All right.
Move it.
Oh.
What's up?
Let's see. A gift that keeps on giving. I see. I am wise enough to know when a gift needs giving. Yay.
Gigi!
No, not that one.
Yeah. Lucky behind.
I'm trying to find something so I can up my smarts, even though it's got a lot already, but I don't remember which one is which. I think it's this.
Maybe Bob Ross.
No, Bob Ross's creativity.
Yeah.
It literally says creativity on it.
Where?
Right there.
I see it.
It says it right there.
Where?
Right there.
Where?
Happy little accident. This one is charm. I don't know what this is. I know that this is oh wait, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is either. You need this for something, and this is for badness or boldness. This is for fun.
Regular flower. Wait.
A bag of regular cocaine. I think it might be this.
No refunds.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Ow!
What's that?
All right.
And it's not a regular lollipop.
You know that one guy?
What one guy?
Dance the Warriors? It's just he holds giant one.
I don't remember. Which game? The 3 or 6?
No,
The one we have for Xbox is 6.
the one we played.
Well,
Not the one that.
3? That's Dynasty Warriors 3. Let's see. Fun. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. Everything is fine until Juan, the small magical Latino cat, asks what you think you're doing. Damn, you didn't remember you sucked at dancing. But you decide to go all in, pretend it's a new dance move, apparently called the groovy mamuska. Juan looks at you and he asks you to teach him the groovy mamuska. In no time, half of the party is following your steps and join the groovy mamuska all together. It's a party to remember. You gain +2 fun and a cool story to tell your grandkids someday. You promised yourself you weren't going to use, you weren't using that pasta plate dating app, yet you're here. But here you are, again. You can see how stupid the whole thing is. Yet this plate of pappardelle looks way more delicious than loneliness. Hey, friend Donut, what are you doing? You throw your phone anyway so no one can see. Oh, I mean, you could have told me nothing if you didn't want to talk about it. The question was a mere protocol tactic to engage into conversation. What I really wanted to ask was if you're up to more wacky misadventures searching for the meaning of life. Wait. We couldn't help but listen, but shoot. I need to take my hands like off of the keyboard. I wish there was like a back button or a log info so I could see what they just said. Yes. Then look no more. Oh, friend Miranda and friend Liam, are you providing insight on this through very I did it again. Let's see. What? No, life should be like art. Yes, I very much agree. Explanation value useless until more information is provided. What defines art? Well, art is an expression of oneself that aspires to explore the monster condition through the embodiment of specific aesthetics that define the artist's worldview. At its peak, it achieves universal ability, while also being the most personal and individual form of expression. A big middle finger from the artist to the status quo, as it ignores any convincing. God damn it, I'm terrible today. But also because I don't really talk that much. Like, and I probably should. Or pre-conception. That's a very wordy definition, Liam. Don't listen to Liam. He uses too many words.
Oh, how majestic.
My favorite statues, paintings, books, and books are the ones that are dedicated to me, so it's clear that the art should be about me. None of those definitions build a clear parallel that throws light over the meaning of existence. Liam's definition of art revolves around exploring the monster condition. Therefore, the meaning of life, it creates a paradox, not optimal. And Miranda's definition states that the meaning of existence is Miranda. It sounds about right. Conclusion, not satisfying. No way, you're all about satisfying your classmates. You just need to push one of these two into further reflection. Push them! You're always angsty against the status quo, Liam. Tell us the status quo. What the status quo did to you? What's the origin of this rivalry? Sure, art might be about Miranda, but what's Miranda about? This is more so towards me wanting to know more about either of them, but I know it. I don't know which one. I'm gonna choose Liam. Ah, thank God. If only you knew, this isn't that status quo did anything to me. It is I, Liam, who once was the status quo. It's like, yes, my dear classmates, there was a time when I wasn't the one fighting the establishment. I was the establishment. I was a leader, a powerful one. What I said was the law. What I said was the mainstream. And under my fist, many perished. Sounds like standard power in politics to me. Exactly, Miranda. But someone fought me, and in fighting, we fell in love. She made me see the error of my ways. From that moment, I abandoned my semblance of power and decided to fight against the status quo. I see, but could you say that the issue wasn't power itself, but how you used it? Maybe you shouldn't be fighting the abstract concept of power. Fighting an abstract concept is inefficient, and they are immune to most sources of damage, like fire or punching. Instead, you could try to reflect how to improve so you can make use of power in a non-harmful way. I suppose. Is your rebel stance a way of deflecting the responsibility of introspective and self-critic?
Enough.
I need to go do some thinking about all this. Have you broken Liam? When it comes to sentient beings, what some define as breaking someone, other ways means instead fixing someone. It's hard to tell. In any case, this has been insightful. Life could be about self-growth and learning how not to harm other people. Existence could be about caring. Such wholesome conclusions makes you again +3 charm just from hearing it. Great.
All right.
Let's see. Oh, Damien. When you arrive at your chosen table, Calculaster is there by himself. A few moments later, Damien comes stomping up, even angrier than usual. Calculaster, your stupid friend stole my candy bar. Scott stole your candy bar? What? No, the vending machine. I put money in, and the candy bar got stuck on the stupid coil thing. Ah, I see. Because we are both machines, you assume we are friends. Well, yeah. In this case, you are correct. Veronica is my friend, but she is also a vending machine, and so cannot be reasoned with. I am sorry, friend Damien. I knew using my words was a mistake. Time to stick my hand up the old vending chute. Friend Damien, desist. This is a gross violation. A vending machine chute is like your organs. I don't care if it is my organic bone. I paid for that candy bar, and I'm going to get it. Uh-oh. Maybe you can say something to diffuse the situation. Not everything is about money, Damien. Maybe the vending machine doesn't want to give you your candy bar because of something you did. I thought you were going to school. What, you want to know more? Because it seems like you're just listening. Okay, yeah, sure. After you finish this. Calm down, Calculaster. There are plenty of good reasons, but your hand is in a butthole. Damien's just giving the vending machine a prostate exam. Goodbye. Goodbye, Eric. Let's see.
Huh?
Something I did, but I've never done anything to this vending machine. Except for punching it occasionally when my quarters get stuck, or when I'm pissed off, or when I'm happy, or when I haven't punched something in a while. Oh. Calculaster, do vending machines not like getting punched? Nothing likes getting punched, friend Damien. Well, looks like this is one problem that maybe can't be solved by punching. Thought I'd never seen the day. Sorry about your rectum, vending machine. You can keep the candy bar. Green letters flash on the vending machine's digital display. Thank you. Calculasters simulates a sigh of relief. You've done a good thing.
All right.
Let's see. Bye. That day while rehearsing for the class play, you do a terrific job acting. You act so hard that some of your classmates in the audience throw roses at you. 7 roses to be exact. Damn, roses aren't a valid currency or stat in this game. Anyway, you check your converter app to see if this could translate into something a little bit more useful. It seems 7 roses equals 2 creativity points. Sweet. You're rehearsing a scene from A Tale of 2-Bit Processors with Calculaster and Miranda, but it's not going well. Here, little robot friend, let us try a theater game to loosen up. Error, if my bolts were to be loosened, I would collapse. No, Calculaster, let's try some improv. Remember what I taught you? Yes. And? Close enough. Now returning to the text of the scene. Alas, it appears the one who's stolen my jewels. It was you! Invalid. Oh wait, error, invalid input. I have not stolen, nor have I ever steal any jewels from you, friend Miranda. I can't work under these conditions. Miranda storms off in a huff. Surely there must be some way to get Calculaster back on track for the play. How can you make Calculaster understand how fiction works? But you have stolen the princess's jewel. Check your bag. Then frame him by putting some random jewels you stole from someone else in his bag. Calculaster, theater is about fiction and suspense, disbelief. It's too hard to explain it. Spoken language. Allow me to explain in the language of salad. Go with my gut and choose this one. I hope it's right. Ah, shoot. Ah, damn. Ah, the language of salad in combination with the magic of theater. You distinctly remember the language of salad as it was spoken to you when you played the title role. Cockatrice Basculus in spooky middle school production of Bye Bye Basculus. Ooh, you scream while pelting Calculaster with tomatoes. What is this? This does not feel like an explanation of theater at all. Boo, you scream again while pelting Calculaster with more tomatoes. This feels less educational and more like a personal attack. Vegetables are easier to understand for me than speech, since a pattern of vegetables is closer to my first language, binary code. And repeatedly Repeatedly thrown tomatoes translates to boo. And not the fun kind, ghost kind. It is a aforementioned insulting personal attack kind. Emotion found: sadness, shame, embarrassment. Wait, what? People not like you as cockatrice basilisk? You always thought that the booing tomatoes were a compliment. This heartbreaking revelation causes you immediately to use -3 boldness as your confidence shatters. Oh no. So that one was the boldness, not the other one. Shoot. I was like the only wrong one that I've done. Oh, this is the last one. I do believe this is the last. Yeah. Because I have 3 more rounds and then prom. It's a good thing I have a whole bunch of smarts. I should probably get some more smarts. I did lose some boldness, but I don't think I really need it. That day, you're the first one in class. You sometimes come early because you enjoy talking to the teacher. Okay? He's a bit bitter, but in a cool way. He treats you like an adult, and the two of you discuss life and stuff in a very snarky way. Look at you excelling at cliche movie tropes. You gain +2 smarts and 1 valuable life insight that will help you face the difficulties of being young. A few minutes later, Calculaster approaches you. You can tell he's nervous because all his fans are running at maximum speed. Hello, friend Donut. My calculations indicate that I possess greater than average amorous feelings in relation to you. I am considering upgrading our relationship to more than friends. However, quantitative analysis of relevant data pools indicates a disturbing trend. If a potential love interest cannot get along with their partner's relationship success probability drops to 0.006%. I have what you organics would call a good relationship with the library computers that functions as my parental units. The kitten she just jumped up onto the table and she immediately started looking at the screen and the text was moving and she's just like looking at the text move. It was really funny. She's just watching the screen now. She's trying to look for something that she can probably play with. Where's the little donut? Here you go. Where's the catnip? I don't know where the catnip is, but maybe she'll just play with it. Cause she seems pretty hyper right now. So let me just. Yep, she just played with it. Anyways, I would like you to meet them and receive their blessing. Since you are such a kind, understanding individual, this should not be an issue. Oh fuck. Neither of those objectives accurately describe you. More accurate would be horny and horny. Well, it looks like you've got to concoct a brilliant plan to woo Calculaster's parents. Offer to defragment their hard drives for them. Isn't that like a head massage for computers? It's like learn binary so you can converse with them in their native language, in their native tongue. You would need smarts for that one, and then with that one, I think it might be creative or charm. And I have smarts, so maybe they'll learn binary. No! Oh, no, no. I'm doing so bad. Jeez. No. You pick up a copy of binary for and get to studying. You don't have very much time to practice those, so you're nowhere near fluent when you meet Cal's parents. Greetings, he says them. Oh no. What's taking you so long? Says calculus, who says, what, you don't like numbers or something? Frankly, I'm offended you would assume that we use binary. Says calculus's mom, our native language is Italian. Oh no. Also, I am not sure you are aware of what you were spelling. You were initially screaming penis at my family. This happens every time you meet someone's parents. Every time. You lose plus two, you lose 2 smarts and 1 charm. Ah, damn.
All right.
Just start shouting penis. I hope I'm good with smarts. I think I might go for smarts again because I want to definitely up the smarts. I should have done that. I wonder. That would be really funny just to keep doing just one thing. Anyways, you arrive at your chosen table to find that Miranda has locked one of her eating serfs in an Iron Maiden. Your unfazed calculister is very phased. Miranda, isn't locking your unpaid intern in a spike-filled sarcophagus unethical? Unethical? Unethical. Adjective. Inconsistent with rules and standards of ethics. Ethics? Oh, you mean those things poor people have in you mean those things poor people have instead of royal titles? But I thought that ethics were a crucial part of being a good organic creature. That's a common misconception. The key to being good is having a lot of money and punishing anyone who dares disrespect you. For example, this saucy serf dared to put ketchup on the hot dog she was eating on my behalf. As if I were the sort of person to put ketchup on a hot dog. 48 hours, and the Iron Maiden should teach her.
Error! Error!
Warning: friend statements are inconsistent with internal moral compass. Existential crisis imminent. Existential? I think it was existential. Oh, quick. Set Miranda straight, or set calculus or cricket? Oh, what's this calculus? Are you disagreeing with Miranda? It looks like it's disrespectful prison time for someone else too. Oh no. Miranda, let's punish your serf in a different way. Say by giving her a frowny face sticker with really aggressive glitter. Aggressive glitter? Truly, you're even more diligent, delightfully cruel than I. An Iron Maiden only torments for 48 hours, but glitter? Glitter is eternal. She will be reminded of her transgression until her dying day. Ah, I see. Friend Miranda's ethics module is poorly calibrated. Excuse me, is that disrespect I hear? No, I feel no disrespect towards you, Miranda, because as a rule, I do not feel. Oh, wonderful. Would you like a job as one of my royal torturers? No, thank you. However, I will, however, supply you with stickers if it ensures the serf's safety. Oh my goodness. With the extra stickers left over from Calculus's first printing, you start a thriving, yeah, this is the last one.
All right.
Let's see. Smarts. That day, the teacher is just tired of teaching, so she recurs to the classic technique of not giving a shit and putting on some kind of historical TV show for you to watch. What you don't expect is that it's super effective. God bless the golden era of television. The TV show is compelling, and thanks to the ridiculous amount of nudity and bloodshed but at the same time, you actually learn a lot about history. You gain +2 smarts. You look for Calculuster. You want to help him on his quest for the meaning of life. You need to do something, anything. You need to forget about last night. Hey Donut, are you ready to delve into more wacky misadventures together? I am sure we will once again gather fun and meaningful data. Wait a second. You sicko. Oh no, they know. What happened, friend Polly and friend Vera? We need to know all the tea about this Instagram stories that we saw. Oh, let me see. It appears to be Donut engaging in partying with what it seems to be a plate of Papa. Yeah. If you wait for the next ones, you can see that last night was about to get much more than partying. What a savage! I love your style. What? You clearly had sex with a plate of pasta. That's not what pasta is about. I should know. I'm a lover of pasta. Donut seems to have beaten you at the loving pasta. Is this sarcasm? Because pasta plates aren't meant for sexual purposes. Nah, it's hilarious, but pretty okay. You do what you want to do with pasta. You can eat it, you can plug it, you can use it as a hat, everything goes. No, Polly, it's always the same with you, going crazy all the time, with no sense of direction whatsoever. Fuck directions! Life and pasta are about getting lost is fun. Vera. No. You're only focused on enjoying stuff, and when you've lost any purpose, and then you've lost any purpose or direction. Like pasta. You want to eat and fuck the pasta all day.